did you know this, that you should be paying very close attention to preventing stormwater pollution? There are things you may be doing to actually cause pollution and you don't even know it. I want you to meet Laura Nordan. She's a stormwater program coordinator, and Lacy. She is a stormwater utility analyst with the details. I didn't even know there was a job like that, London. That's pretty cool.
Yep, that's a great job.
Well, hello, ladies. Thank you for being here. Okay, first of all, explain to us, what do you mean by stormwater pollution? What does that mean exactly?
There are certain areas that water, when the rain comes down, it hits buildings, sidewalks, driveways, rooftops, and it takes all the contaminants from those surfaces with it when it falls to the ground. So when stormwater runs across the ground, and rain's falling, it's picking up everything that's on the ground, taking it with it to the lowest area, like a basin or depression in the desert, and then draining it back into the desert ecosystem, into the aquifer. So it's taking everything it picks up with it back into the ground.
Okay, so there's a lot we can't do anything about the buildings and things like that, but there are things that we can do to prevent that from happening. Give me some examples.
Okay, so pick up your pet waste, and pet waste has bacteria and viruses. You don't want to leave it laying on the ground. If your car's dripping oil, you want to put cat litter down or park over a drip pan so that you're containing that oil and you're not making a mess on your driveway or in the street. Also, if you're using a pesticide or a fertilizer for your yard, you want to make sure that the container that you have that in gets disposed of properly, so you're not just dumping it back on the ground, and all that is, contaminants, chemicals that can go back into our water system.
Right. Okay. So why is it such an issue, Laura? Why should we as homeowners? I mean, certainly there's things like that we can do, but why does that matter? Why is it important to us?
Well, we all know that there's not much water in Arizona.
Right.
It's a very, very precious commodity, and so keeping it clean is very important. Our storm water is not treated, and so if it gets polluted, it goes straight into the environment with the pollution still in it, and so we have pollution in our environment, which goes into our surface water, which eventually becomes our drinking water.
Right. A lot of communities rely on that surface water, and then it becomes very polluted and costly, right, to clean. All right. So when give me an example here of, because I was thinking, well, you throw things away, right? You throw them in the trash. They go to the landfill. Doesn't it, if it ends up in the landfill, doesn't that still affect our stormwater?
Well, it really doesn't. Landfills, along with other sanitary water, like when you flush the toilet, is treated. It goes into a treatment system. In a landfill, for example, everything collects at the bottom. There's typically pipes that will take away the discharge from there. Same with when you flush the toilet, it goes to a wastewater treatment plant.
Okay.
But stormwater does not. Stormwater will go down the curb straight into the storm drain, and that storm drain is going to release directly into the environment. There is no treatment plant between the storm drain and the washes in the desert.
And London, you said something even as simple as just hosing down your carport or your patio. That runs into the storm drain. All those contaminants can be bad. What do you recommend that we do instead then?
So you could just use a blower, like to blow it off instead of using water to clean like a patio. Or if you do spray it off, you just want to make sure that that water that you have where it collects, try to collect it and put it on your lawn or put it back into the vegetation, because that acts as a filter to clean all that water before it goes back into the water table.
All right, all right. And this is all part of your Stormwater Awareness Week, so you want to make sure that you wanted to make sure that we're aware of what we're doing. So thank you very much, ladies. Really good information. I learned something today, so thank you so much. For more information about preventing stormwater pollution, all you have to do is visit azstorm.org, or you can follow them at Facebook. It's @Stormwater Outreach.